Right then, brand new series. We're here, Tim's Classics, back on YouTube. Got a fresh machine in, and it's a massive surprise for all you guys at home. Look at this little beauty. Yes, it's a Yamaha RD80. It's a French import, it's air cooled. It's very similar to the RD50, what we had over here in the UK. And it's never ever heard it run, so what we're going to do is try and get it running. It's a lovely example. It's a 1981. It's not registered historic yet, but it will be able to register it historic. It was registered in 2020, but the manufacturing date is 1981, and it's come over from France pre-2020. And look at the mileage on it. 5171 kilometers. It's got a yellow headlamp, slight yellow tinge to it. It's the French. Lovely paintwork. It must have been painted. Pretty sure it has. So it's a 2-stroke, air cooled. It's got lovely wheels on it. The brakes are good. The chain and sprockets looks quite new in there. The exhaust, tiny bit of damage, but you can hardly really tell. A little bit there, a little bit of a dent, unfortunately. Yeah. Will it actually go? So turn it on. I don't even know where the battery is just yet, but it might start without a battery, but there's definitely either dead or it's not on there. It might even be 6 volt, but we'll soon find out. Right then, let's get this seat open. So I think you do this, and there's a catch here. Or maybe it's just on the catch, I don't know. No. Oh. So it looks nice and clean under there. We've got a bit of 2-stroke. Looks pretty new, to be honest. It's either had a flipping very good restoration or it's just still in very good condition. I'm not too sure what's happened to it, but it definitely looks like it's been painted or it's absolutely immaculate. Right then, where is the battery? You don't want to break these either, do we? Obviously not behind there. I think I've got a feeling that the battery is under the tank. Most probably. Right, I've just disconnected the petrol from the tank and took both side panels off, and this tank should come off really easy. So it should just be the 10mm which I've removed, and that should be it. There you go. No battery. Very strange. Where is the battery? Maybe it doesn't have one. Never worked on one of these before. I do remember them vaguely when I was about 16 or something. long time ago. Might be hiding down there somewhere. You can always loosen this oil tank, pull that out. Might be behind there, maybe. I should think it's got a battery, surely. Is it behind here? Let's find out. Put that cap on properly. Oh. You never know. It's very good condition. Quite new, really. We have a battery, looks 6 volt to be honest. Got to be careful with these. You don't want us to be snapping anything, do we? We have a battery in here. pipe is stopping me pulling it out. Maybe you can access it from the other side. You never know. Right, I've got a feeling you take this off. It's part of the air filter, but I don't know. Oh, rip your neck. They feel like they've never been out. It's a beautiful bike. Oh. Right. So you have to take the whole air filter out, I think, to get at the battery. Possibly. Very strange setup. Might just try and get trivial start without with a flat battery. You can see the battery here. I'm not too sure if this bolts off. There's a size 10 here. It pulls out that way, so I don't want to disconnect that from the tube here, because then I'll end up spilling oil and I could end up with air in the system, which is the last thing you want on a two-stroke, really. So yeah. Right then, let's get this off and just have a look. Yeah, you're definitely just getting here. You don't need to take the oil tank off. Yeah, it's actually quite easily accessed, to be honest. But I probably won't have one. Yeah. Little 6-volter. So what I tend to do is take the code off, put it in eBay and press buy it now, and it's on your doorstep in a few days. Or you could try and charge it. It probably won't take a charge, just replace it, you know. They're only cheap. Right, I'm just going to give it a go. Put the fuel tank back on, put some fuel in it. It's absolutely empty. Still trying to work out whether it has actually been restored. If it has, it's done a bloody good job, like. It looks like brand new paint to me, but it's very good brand new paint. That's on properly. Petrol tube on. Petrol tube is like solid plastic. Once renewing, it's well flipping old. Literally feels solid. I'm going to renew the petrol tube. That's the tube. It's literally rock hard. Look, you can't even bend it. It'll probably snap. Literally absolutely solid. I've just found some better tubing, so just need to cut it to size, get it on the bike. So that is a lot more malleable, good quality, should be petrol resistant. It's in my petrol resistant hose box, so yeah, it should be. I'm sure it will be. Yeah. Right then, let's just check the oil. Have we got a dipstick or not? It's tight. Normally there is a dipstick on these, remember, right? Oh, no dipstick. No dipstick. Sometimes some of these bikes can be a drainage screw and you fill it up so it comes out the screw. You know, but I can't seem to see one. But I'm going to just look in here at this oil pump. Looking at that side. Looking at it. I doubt there'll be one in here, but you never know. Oh, fucking they were tight as anything. Check it's actually working. Next thing what to do is start it up and seize it up, you know. No drainage screws. It's working though. Well, the throttle's working on it and I presume it's pumping. Right, to be safe, I'm just going to drop the oil and then put it back in again. That's the wrong way. Flipping heck, don't want to be flipping threading that. Flipping heck. That's the right way. Jesus. Okay. Get a jug. It's only 600 millilitres anyway. Let's see if it's right. Just for a bit of peace of mind. Always check the oil before starting. Something's not been ran for years. We have no oil in it. Flipping it, that's a good job. I checked that. Very good job. Flipping heck. Absolutely no oil. Whew. Flipping heck. I so nearly didn't check that, you know. I was just going to go and try and start it, so yeah, that would have been a huge boo-boo. Started with no oil in it. Flipping heck, that's a very, very good job. That's I checked. So learn from me. Nearly made a serious mistake there. Helps removing the bike very quickly. So I've got a feeling this bike's not been run in years. I don't even know if it sparks yet, but I'm just going to put some fuel in it in a minute and see if it fires. I've got 600 millilitres of motorcycle semi-synthetic wet clutch oil. I don't know why anyone would leave it with no oil in it, really. It's not something you really need to do, even if the bike's been laid up. It's good to leave oil in, I think. I've not really heard about draining it, you know. But maybe I might be wrong, maybe it's something that they do, I don't really know. I doubt it really. Right then, some fuel in it. Right, in goes some fuel, and this is just a mix that I had for chainsaws. It's got a bit of two-stroke in it, but I'm thinking that's good because it's a fresh start. It's not been started for ages. Get it on a nice rich mix. Is there any leaks? Hopefully not. Fuel tap is still off. Turn the fuel tap on to reserve. Hopefully we won't have any leaks. Oh, we've got a leak. No, we've got a leak. As soon as I turn that tap on, we've got a leak. But it's just the bottom of the fuel tap is loose. That's a quick fix. No leaks, no leaks. It's like a plastic bit that screws into the bottom of the fuel tap, which collects dirt, so you can easily remove it and clean it. Just tighten it a bit with the adjustable. Still no leaks, which is good. Will it go with a flat battery? I think it probably will. So I'm going to give it full choke. Will choke stay on? It doesn't stay on that well, to be honest. Might want holding on. That's not good. You probably won't need it on for long knowing these things. Oof. Are we ready? Oh yeah! Big smile as this starts. Just check I've definitely got the camera on. Yes, it's definitely on. Oof. Right, have we got an on-off switch? No, we haven't. Oh yes! Oh! It goes. Probably wants a bit more choke. Now it's died. It ran quite well for a second. Right, I've just noticed the choke was a little bit sticky, but I've just gone up and down, and it's not sticky anymore. So you might put a bit of oil on it. The plug might have just gone down on it. Full choke. Definitely plug out jobby. There's the plug, it looks new and it looks a bit wet as well. As it's flooded itself straight away. I should imagine it will be plug. See if we can get a spark out of it. Just listen to the compression. Sounds good. Do we get a spark? No spark. It's sparking, but behind the plug, not on the electrode on the end. Yeah, see if we've got another plug. Right, I found an old one in my used spark plug box. It is a BR8HS, which is exactly the same number as the other one. So even though it's old, it might still spark. Let's just see. You should be able to see that. Yep. Not really on the electrode. You can see it sparking inside the plug. Right, can you see that now? Not sure if you can actually see the spark, but there's definitely a spark there. Try another plug. Right, another old plug. What is the right number? Let's see if this one sparks on the end. Oh, that's a nice spark, that. You can see that, can't you? Look at that, eh? Absolutely brilliant. That'll go straight away now. Right then, let's start again. What do you reckon first kick? I might just do it with my hand. Oh. Nearly. Right, let's get it outside, see if it'll go into gear. Whoa. Flipping raining. Yeah, it's definitely a bit gutless, but it seems to be alright. I think it's perfect. Let's try and start again with my hand. Oof, bit of kick back then. Yeah, I'm in gear. I think. Thousand revs that. 46 Put that up very, very slightly. Probably shouldn't mess with tick over, a bit cold, but I don't care. Always put it back. Put it up quite a lot there. That's just above 1500. Leave it at that for now. Got indicators. Got a brake light. Got a rear brake light, oh yes! Pretty smoky like Rich Mix! Go down a little bit lower. Oh yeah. Don't think there's anything wrong with that. Right, unfortunately I've noticed a bit of a fuel leak and I've just turned the fuel off. Turn it on. Is it coming out? It's just coming out that overflow there. Seems to have stopped. Maybe it's float's a bit sticky. I did just tap the carb. Hopefully that sorted it. Might be carb off job. Not exactly hard on one of these though, is it? Right then, it's next day now. It's a lovely day, and I just thought I'll bring it outside, see if it starts. I've not had the carburettor off just yet, but I am thinking I might just take that off and have a look anyway. So let's turn it on. Still nothing in that battery, but what I did notice last night, we were getting a bit of light off the neutral light, so it will probably take a charge that battery, but I've not charged it yet. I should have charged it last night, but didn't. But will it go? That's the main thing. So fuel's just been turned on, full choke. No. There's virtually no fuel in it. I think a lot of it's leaked out. Probably why. turn it on. Try it again. No leaks so far. Obviously it's still on the rich petrol mix, but as soon as I get out on it, I'm going to put some of the best petrol in it, the E5. But I'm just waiting for the logbook to come. Because as soon as the logbook comes, I'm going to register it historic with it, because it is 44 years old, and then it's free tax, and I don't have to MOT it, and then I have to just insure it and go out on it, which it should be hopefully here pretty soon. They're pretty quick logbooks nowadays. It's all been done online. It's normally about 3 days, isn't it? So yeah. But yeah, keep an eye on it now. See if it still leaks any fuel, because they can fix themselves, but it's just a sticky float, you know. But it did leak quite a bit. Probably definitely goes first kick now. It's warm. We definitely need to get it started first kick when it's cold, which when you leave fuel in it, should be fine, you know. It just gets used to being ridden. Just under 1500 revs actually. Did put the tick over a bit down a bit again. nicely. Oh, just going to say, yeah, these are like the absolute ultimate bikes to have over here. Obviously, we could get an RD50 the same as this. You couldn't get the RD80 air cooled over here, I don't think. I think they were all liquid cooled. So this is obviously French, but back in the early 80s, getting one of these as a 16, 17 year old, flipping heck, must have been absolutely mega, because I don't think the bikes now are as good as these, absolutely nowhere near. Especially like all these pit bikes and plastic scooters and all that, you know, they've gone worse. But these were outlawed because someone decided they don't like how smoky they are. Someone's probably never ridden a flipping bike in his life. Yeah, real shame really, you know. Youngsters missing out as far as I'm concerned, you know, because obviously there was RDs, there was DTs, there was Suzuki TSs, there was Kawasaki's, KMXs, there was loads and loads of different 2-stroke 125s which you could get, and they were just fantastic fun. And now we're not allowed them, and if you want to go and buy an old one, they're all flipping ridiculous amounts of money. Because you've got 50-year-olds all flipping squabbling over them on eBay. So yeah, it's a fucking shame, you know. Like, you know, you go to Colombia. I've not been to Colombia, but if you look at Colombia and the DTs, 175s, 125s, and all that, still all available over there. Yamaha just went, screw you, to the British government or whoever made the flipping decision that they didn't like 2-strokes, and just took all their business to places like Colombia. There's loads and loads. You can still buy brand new air-cooled 175s DTs in Colombia Yamahas, which look pretty much the same as the ones we had. But a bit like the LC ones, but with air-cooled engines in them, and they're selling them brand new still. So they are still being manufactured, but only available in different countries. And this is a tiny country that we live in. We're not allowed them. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah. Anyway, that's my rant. Just put it on the bench, left the fuel on, and yeah, it's just started pissing fuel out again. So yeah, definitely gonna have to take the carb off. Flipping gutted. But I don't think it's gonna be a hard job, is it? So yeah, bloody hell, probably should have just done it straight away after yesterday's leakage. But yeah, let's get on with it. Right, I've just undone the bolts. Will it actually come off? Normally I'd want to sort of get heating on the rubber at the back, make it more malleable, but it is actually quite malleable feeling it, which is good considering how old it is. I'm going to come out this way because obviously we've got the clutch on the other side, the clutch cable. Yeah. Come on. It's off. And out it comes. There you go. One good thing I've noticed is the oil line, 2-stroke oil line here for the injection, yeah, because it's 2-stroke injection, so you don't have to detach it from the carb. It's just on that manifold there, which is good. Some of the Suzukis aren't like that, they're attached to the carburetor. So let's have a look at it. Yeah, tiny thing. Get it open in a minute. Is there a make on it? Yeah, I can't seem to see a make, but there is a bit of logo sort of emblem thing there. See it? It's probably a Mikuni. They normally are. I know the LCs are like 250 LCs, 350 LCs, YPBSs and all that. They're all Mikuni. But yeah, get it open. Right then, here we are. I've just cleaned my bench down, so I look like I have a very, very tidy workshop, which I'm sure you all know I always do, don't I? Yes, of course I do. So yeah, quick job, let's get in it. Brass floats, I'm guessing. Sometimes it can be easy to lock it in a vice, get some real weight on it. There's a bit of fuel in it still. But these are pretty small, so they should come out easily enough. Yeah. Right then. Oh, it's plastic. It does look a bit of a mess in there actually. Yeah, it's not great at all. It's going to definitely run a bit better. And that float valve, it's going up and down. You can see it, but yeah. A bit of sludge in there. That's slightly bent. That one's slightly bent. I'll straighten that. Give it a clean, yeah. Right then, will this pin come out? These pliers are skew with. Hey, there's your float valve, which is obviously not doing its job. There could be a bit of something in there. It's hard to see down. Sometimes, not so bad with these plastic ones, but years ago with the brass ones, you could shake them, sometimes they'd be full of petrol and you'd be like, that's why they're not working. Yeah, you can see the bend there. You can see it. There's the emulsion tube. A little bit of damage there, but probably won't make any difference. Right there. As long as it's a seal. Right, best pilot jet screwdriver. Not wrong with his pilot jet, because otherwise it wouldn't have been ticking over. Right now it's loose. It's loose. Bloody hell. Look at that. Be well loose. That would be definitely make it not run so good. It might tick over a bit better. That's not right, is it? You know. And now we'll try and get the float valve out. It's size 10. Undo that, pull it out. There you go. Save that, little washer. Woohoo. So there's the float valve, tiny little thing. Well, I'm calling that's sort of a float valve. That's the float valve. They're both the float valve, really, aren't they? You know, that's them. Obviously, so that's like that. So the actual floats push it up, stop fuel, and when it comes down, when the carburetor's empty, the floats come down. This comes down, lets fuel in. So it's all completely mechanical. Absolutely nothing like modern day injection systems. But there's a little spring inside there, and that should spring up and down. See it? Yeah. Sometimes they seize, and they are quite easy to unseize, I find. Just put a bit of penetrating oil in them, a bit of oil, or sometimes the tiniest bit of heat. They do normally sort themselves out. I've had many of them stuck in, but I've managed to get them out and get them working. You can get grooves around here, really. That's not great, you know. Ideally we knew it, but There might be on eBay, I wouldn't really know. We'll have a play with it, clean it all in there, bicarbonate soda, and hopefully it'll seal. They're straightened, very simple with the pliers, and I'll clean all this as well. That's all that minging. So that's the emulsion tube. So you could probably strip that down a bit more. That jet will come out of there. That's your main jet there, and that's your emulsion tube. So just remember, emulsion that you paint on your walls, yeah? You'll remember an emulsion tube. Then there should be holes in that. See, you can just about make out them holes there. Normally on two sides, like 2 or 3 holes normally, sometimes more. You can always get a little tiny sort of welder's file in them as well. Just make sure they're unblocked. Make sure it's all unblocked and functioning properly. That's your pilot jet, and that needs, yeah, normally I just look at the sun. Can you see any sun? What I tend to do with these is put bicycle cables down them. Yeah, strands of bicycle cable. Yeah, that might it should go in, but yeah. Get it? There, see? Come right out your end, that. Definitely not block that. So don't throw your old bicycle cables away. Yeah, I've just pulled that gasket off, but yeah, I've not broke it. I can reuse that, no problems. So everything is going to be cleaned and reused. I've not got any kits or anything like that, you know. So yeah, just do my best with it, and hopefully it'll tick over a bit better with the pilot jet screwed in, and hopefully it won't leak fuel. Right, emulsion tube. Will the jet come out? Dripping it. Oh, no. Probably will in a vice, but yeah, I think I'll just leave it in. Then everything has been cleaned, blasted with the soda blaster, bicarbonate soda, like a soda gun, which I didn't film, but you've seen me do it before anyway if you've been watching. It's just a soda gun and a bucket of bicarbonate soda. You just blast it on, and it just takes everything off basically, and just gets it looking like new. So yeah, did the emulsion tube, and then I did them with the airline, and then I sprayed them with GC85, and then I did them with the airline again. So that's, see how that's all clean. This is, you can adjust these here. This is the adjustments for the float valve. So you can move that up and down a bit. I'm not too sure what the float height should be, but that bent float could have possibly been the reason why it wasn't sealing off. So that is the float valve, and I put bicarbonate down there, blasted it, clean it properly, and that's been cleaned properly. But I was a bit scared about that because I was literally holding it like that and trying to blast it. It's like that thing goes flipping flying. You're never going to find it, are you? But I didn't bother cleaning the pilot jet. We know it's unblocked anyway for that same reason, because I have lost pilot jets before. They've gone flying, and then you're literally on hands and knees for hours, and then you eventually give up and look on eBay, see if you can get lucky and find one. Well, there you go. It's all back to work. Back to work. Well, there you go. All back together, nice and clean. 4 nice tight screws. Let's put it on and see what it runs like. See if it still leaks fuel. Hopefully not. I seem to have fixed the choke as well. Look, it stays on. It wouldn't stay on before. You had to hold it on. So that's good. Didn't even try to fix that. It sort of fixed itself somehow. Right then, it's back on, and the fuel is off. Let's turn it on and hope and pray. Is there any leaks? Not at the moment. Right, will it start? Probably won't need any choke because it was running just before. Alright. Right then, the fuel is on, and all I have to do now is sit here with my cuppa and hope and pray it's not going to leak any petrol. Yeah. Seems to be nice and dry. No leaks whatsoever. Yeah, we've fixed it. Oh yes! Oh! She's now got new oil, clean, fresh carburettor, no leaks, an old spark plug which does spark well, but it doesn't really matter. And yeah, we might want to check tyre pressures and stuff, and just wait for this logbook and then I'll be riding the thing, you know. Alright. Right then, I'm just coming to the end of my cup of tea, and there's still no petrol leaks, like, you know. So yeah, I'm buzzing. Oh aye, lovely cup of Yorkshire tea. Right then, it's a week later now, and the logbook did turn up in my name, and I've been down to a main post office that's connected to the DVLA, and I've registered it as historic. They've took the logbook off me. All they've done is give me this declaration of exemption from MOT V112. Won't say it's a certificate, it's just something that they asked me to sign. So they give me that. I've obviously insured it. You have to insure it to register it as historic. You don't have to MOT it. You just have to sign this thing for exemption. So I'm actually all legal on UK roads, but I've not actually been anywhere on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is check the tyre pressures, because they do feel a bit soft. And don't be riding with half flat tyres. But I just thought, I wonder if it'll start. So it's been a week, freezing cold exhaust. Honestly, I've not started it in a week. So, let's see if it does actually go. Stick it on reserve, full choke, turn it on, still not charged the battery, which I should have done, but I just didn't really think about it. Yeah, give it a bit of revs, get a bit of fuel through. Will it go? Pretty confident. Give it a little bit of revs. That vibration is the ramp, not the bike. Oh yeah. Right, tyre pressures next. Right, compressor's going. Let's see what's actually in them. Have a laugh. Yeah, quite a bit in it. Just over 35 actually, doesn't really need any air at all in that one. that one's pretty much the same, 35. Don't actually need any air. So really we're ready to go riding. Let's get it outside. Right, I am a little bit nervous, to be honest, because I know it's going to be so slow, but it's only a 30 zone out there. I'm sure it'll do 30. Straight to the garage, get some V-power in it, hopefully. We won't be breaking down. No, I'm confident we won't. So let's go. Yeah, I've just put 15 quid in it. 9.62 litres of Supreme 99 for 15 quid. It's taking a charge. Got a neutral light. Right then, I am back a little bit later on in the evening now. It's gone dark, and yeah, the reason I didn't say anything to you then, walking back to the camera, is because I was just fuming really. I was just a bit peeved off. The bike's not right. It's not right at all. So the clutch isn't right. That's slipping. The baffle was right for flipping, abandoning shit, disappearing on me, but it didn't. It stayed in there. But you would have heard it anyway. What else? Oh, the tick over. It doesn't tick over at all, but that's probably my fault for playing with the tick over. So I just need to do them jobs, and I did find out it's heavily restricted, which was a bit of a bummer really, you know. It seems to do about 62 kilometres an hour, which is about 38 miles an hour, so there's a restriction somewhere, but whether we can find it, probably won't affect it. People will still buy it, you know, but it'd be nice to restrict it. You know, this is what they do to young 16 and 17 year olds, you know, they make them ride around on something that's very small anyway, and then they want it restricted as well, because the people who make the rules aren't even bikers, just some arsehole in the suit. So yeah, it pisses me off every single time what they do. Also, it was smoking like mad for quite some time because of that rich mixer thing, but it did seem to clear a bit, but it was smoking a bit. But I'm just going to double check, is there a marker for when it's on full throttle for it to line up? Sometimes you get a little marker, you adjust it so they both line up perfectly. So a few little jobs on, and then tomorrow I'm going to go out on it again, second run, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be good to go. Be perfect, apart from the restriction. Right then, it's a few days later again now, and the sun's out. We have had a lot of rain, but not today. And I have been through the bike yet again. I fixed the clutch, which was slipping, so I've adjusted that properly. I've adjusted the oil pump, the two-stroke oil pump properly, so it's not over rich. There's two little screws which sort of line up with each other. With like a hole on the piece which moves as you pull the throttle. What else have I done? Oh yeah, I have also put a rubber on here because I noticed there was petrol coming out of it, and I had a look and there was actually no rubber whatsoever on the petrol cap, so that's nicely sealed now. Oh, I've charged the battery. I've charged the battery. Let's just see if there's anything in it today. Ta-da! Yes. So the battery's reasonably okay. There's a yellow headlamp bulb in here. There is the previous bulb, so we don't want a yellow bulb, but that's some sort of French law or old French law. I'm not still sure if it still applies, but it obviously did years ago. so it's looking quite good. The only thing I could find on it is this exhaust. I don't think this is proper heat-proof paint, so as I've warmed it up, it's literally bubbling off, so that needs to come off and be painted, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that on film. That's going to be after I've finished the movie, I think. But yeah, we're going to get out on it today, go for a little blast, and hopefully it's going to behave itself today, and that's going to be it. It'll be ready to ride. Yeah. So yeah, see if it starts. Not started it today. There's the proof. Absolutely freezing cold. Oh, will it go? Of course it will. Fuel on, choke on. Rev's quite high, but not as it warms up and drops down. I might take a screwdriver out with me, just if it needs to be just that tick over when it's warmed up properly. Hopefully it's not going to be too smoky now. It's going to be a little bit smoky, not smoking the entire road out like it was the other day. Sounds lovely. So yeah, let's get the gear on and get out there. Right then, round two. Let's go. Let's hope it rides a bit better this time. Get the old sheepskin gloves on again, comfiest gloves ever. And hopefully it's going to start. Of course it will. Right, nearly forgot my rucksack, but I've got it. Turn it on. This is reliving my youth, this, isn't it? Oh. Right then, first little stop, and seems to be absolutely perfect, to be honest. It's not smoking too much, as you can see. Smoking just about right. Ticking over absolutely lovely. See what RPM we are. Just over 1.5. About right that. No petrol leaking, because there was fuel leaking here, and I did put that rubber on, remember. So yeah, I'm just going to put the tripod here. Get a bit of footage going down there. Woohoo! is a 60 zone, so let's see what we can do. To conk a bit, but then it seemed to sort its head out, so still early days. I'm actually only done about 2 miles to here, so yeah, give it a good run. Conked again, it's not good. Weird. Oh no. Just stopped here, unfortunately. It seems to have lost all power. It's ticking over, but it's just literally lost all its power after having it flat out down that hill then, so I don't know if I've damaged it or what. I'm gonna have to get it home. It's ticking over, but there's no power, absolutely no power to get up a hill. I literally cannot get up a hill, so yeah, absolutely gutted. Yeah, I'm just going to have to get it home and have a look at it. Hopefully it's not barrel and piston. I was thinking it's barrel and piston, it won't tick over, but yeah, I might be wrong. God knows. God knows, yeah. The bike seems to have a mind of its own. It had no power, and then all of a sudden, well, I had it turned off and I was waiting for a flipping lift home. Because it literally had no power to get up the hill. And all of a sudden, when I started it was just fine again. It was absolutely fine. But what I've come up with the conclusion is it shouldn't have an R on the spark plug. It's a BR8HS, and it's meant to be a B8HS. So I'm thinking it's got a resistor in the spark plug cap and a resistor in the spark plug, which causes a weak spark. I've just done a little bit of research and it's not good. So anyway, I've ordered the correct spark plug, which is B8HS, not BR8HS. And I've actually got a B68HS in it now, and it starts absolutely perfect, and it's never sounded so good. But obviously that's a hot plug, so I don't want to be starting it going anywhere with it. But I'll start and show you. Yeah, I don't think it's trying to seize up. I don't know, anyway, I don't think it is. But it'll just start straight away with this B6HS. I think it's just the wrong spark plug. prefers that. I just had a good look and it's saying it causes a weak spark, so yeah, that could be it. Unfortunately, a bit of a wait for me. So obviously I'm ordering it on eBay, so I'll probably have to wait 2 days, 3 days at least. So yeah, you guys at home don't have to wait though, so as soon as it's here, we'll get it in and take it for another ride, and hopefully it'll be perfect. Right then, it's a few days later again. It's absolutely freezing cold, and I have the correct spark plug. B8HS. So no resistor. So yes, so I'm thinking because it had 2 resistors, one in the cap and one in the spark plug, would have given it a weak spark, causing a few problems. So this is how it's meant to run now. It's going to run how it's meant to run, how the Japanese designed it to run. Right then, it's fitted. It's freezing cold. Will it actually start? Of course it will. I can always say. Turn the fuel on. Full choke. That should be a much better start. Right, I'm nearly ready. Just need to get my jacket on and my helmet, and I'm going to just go for a blast on it, and I'm not going to film it, but I will film it if it's right. I'll pull over the side of the road somewhere and I will talk to you. I'm going to take the tripod so hopefully get a bit of footage riding it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be perfect now. Hopefully. And I've just pulled up at this nice little spot here with a lovely bit of a view here. You can see the Pennines over there. And it's running well. It is actually running well. It's not doing anything weird like it was with that wrong spark plug, but it does seem to be very, very slow. I don't know if it's me used to faster bikes, or it's just how they made them before anyone started messing around with them and trying to get them faster. It does about 60 on a sort of straight with a bit of a hill. If you go down this is a bit of a hill here. Get on there, it probably will pull 60, but some hills it's literally you're lucky to get 30, and that's kilometers an hour, not miles an hour. So I think it's just fully restricted form. The French must have restricted them. Don't really know their laws over here or over there. Obviously we had the RD80, they were heavily restricted. All the bikes were DT50s, the TS50s, you know, AR50s, everything seems to be restricted heavily back in the 90s when we had them. But you could always seem to get them a bit faster with either a bore kit or an exhaust or something. No substitute for CCs though, is there really? Bore kit is always the best idea, and a nice exhaust, but you know, you can hear it ticking over perfectly. You could probably ride it all day like this now. Maybe it's just too hilly around here. It's a very hilly area. Needs somewhere flat, like France. Well, it's flat in a lot of places until you get up into the skiing villages. But yeah, it's all right. Not too bad. Ticking over pretty perfect, really. So yeah, on with my mission. Do a bit of filming now, get the tripod out. past the camera then and going downhill, got about 50 kilometres an hour, but coming back up, as you can probably hear, it was doing about 40 kilometres an hour. I wanted to ride into the camera really, but that car came, so I couldn't do that. So it sounds absolutely great, but slow, very slow. It's a shame. It revs to about 6,500 RPM really. It doesn't really go higher than that. And the red line is 10, so the line there, you know, like, is it running right or not? Is this how they made them to run like this? I think it probably is. It would be nice to get it to rev properly like a two-stroke should. But yeah, you might have a bit of a play with it yet, you never know. So anyway, I'm going to get back on it, go and have some fun on it. It does seem reliable, it is fun, but it's slow as well.
Here we go, RD80 on the Highly quarter mile. RD stands for Rival Destroyer. He's coming down. I think you can pick him up just about now. There we go. How was that?
Still slow.
Oh dear.
Very slow.
Okay.
Right then, that's it. Come to the end, unfortunately. And I'm reasonably happy with the bike. I did get it to ride okay in the end. First of all, finding like no oil in it, problems with the carburetor, the spark plug. It ran okay, but I'm not entirely happy with it. You know, I could just do with a bit more power. Seems to be underpowered to me. It'd be nice to get it to rev to the actual red line like a two-stroke should, instead of stopping at like 6,500 RPM. But I might do more work to it. I might take that barrel off and just have a look at it, check if it's on standard piston or not, because I've been looking on eBay. You can buy like 0.25 pistons, 0.5 oversized pistons, that's millimeters. Might be worth getting a little rebore on it. That might make a lot of difference. And polish the ports as well, might make a lot of difference. But yeah, that's another job, another day. I'm going to do it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've had a few laughs, and I have got loads of other stuff on my YouTube channel if you want to watch. If you've not already watched, I'm sure some of you will have already watched them. There's the Strike BMW project, there's the 600 Bandit project, 1200 Bandit project, ZRX 750 Street Bike project, CX500 project, CB404 project, Honda C70 project, Kawasaki Eliminator 250 project, and then of course there's the Bedford Rascal, an early one, an older one, Roma Home Bedford Rascal. There's bits of Chevrolet I did as well, 1946 Chevrolet Fleetmaster American car. There's loads of stuff. Have a look, have a look. There's playlists on there, so if you click a playlist it makes it easier to watch. I've got donation links, you know, I always appreciate a donation. Always buy me a pint, send me a £5 or something. There's a PayPal link there if you want to buy me a pint. There's also, I've got buy me a coffee link as well now. Always buy me a coffee as well, thank you very much if you do. Much appreciated. And I am looking for vehicles, classic vehicles, motorcycles, cars. You know, you can try with anything really, you know, and never know, might be interested. You can get in contact with me through timsclassics.co.uk. Yeah, so yeah, just get on my website and send me a message or ring me. My phone number is on there. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really do hope you watch other videos. Yeah, please subscribe, and yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Good night and God bless. Thank you very, very much. Yeah.